stand back, chat. I'm going to Morg. So we're going to be rolling NP5 of Morgan Le Fae here. Don't worry about the quartz amount. The quartz amount is nothing, okay? This is going to magically happen where if I run out of quartz, I'm going to go very quickly farm some free quests in the land of Credit Card Kun. And when that happens, all of a sudden, I will have magically more quartz to roll more of the Saberface. So please understand, these are maximum rolls. We are not stopping until we get in P5. So let's begin. And again, for those of you guys that don't know, I have collected every Saberface on my NA account that is currently released. I have them all at NP5, with one exception, and that really was laggy immediately there. I hope that's a good sign. But it's probably just because there's new craft essences and everything galore, so you guys are going to see a lot of loading tonight. But yeah, I've collected them all the MP5 except one, and that one is Surfmo, and Surfmo will be NP5 later this year. Hello, Barcast, aka Tamlin Gawain. Right off the bat. Good luck, right up as BS. It has a tendency to be. Azure, they give her the 51. Do you think Oberon banner will be a quad rate up? Yes, because I believe that's how Taiwan and Korea are already having it, but we'll see. I don't know if Korea's had it yet. I'd have to double check. Everyone steals my waifu, Gur. Meat Feast, it's okay. I have her grailed on JP too. She's level 90. Both Taiwan and Korea had it, okay. I'm watching the coup drops, thank you. Actually, I have a confession. My coup caster's already in P5 because back in the day, chat, we had these things called class banners. Thank you, Minos. Appreciate it. Thank you for the bits. And again, like I said, we had class banners back in the day. I have rolled some of them, so that's why I have like a lot of the story locks still in P5. I've had for years people telling me like those class rate-ups were just bait and stuff like that. And I'm like, they are, right? Like, don't get me wrong. But if you're a newer player or you're just a collecting enthusiast / whale, obviously there's a reason to roll. Anything that has a rate-up or at least a like better pool for a unit that you want is probably a good thing compared to just rolling story, so. And hello, CZ. I hope you're doing good today. I hope you... Actually, I assume you've already rolled. How did your rolls go, CZ? I was not able to tune in this morning. Bedivere on Saber class banners is busted. Yes. Yeah, I was going to say, I rolled Bedivere. I have, like, maxed out coup caster, like I said, and then, like, Jilderay caster I have as well. I'm trying to think of... I feel like there's another one out there that I'm not remembering, but... Is Credit Card Kun ready? Yes. Yes. But my name is what's strange to you. I have not actually seen their summoning lines before, so that's great. Best dog noises? Mm-hmm. Alright, chat, which form of Barcast do y'all prefer? See, I love it. I asked that, and someone in chat asked me immediately. I like her in the third. I'm really partial. I know a lot of people like the dress, but I really like the third. You get all the muscles, chat. All the muscles. And I'm not someone that's particularly into muscles. I just think that she looks really good with it. One or two preferably, yeah. I like the color scheme of her Final Ascension art. I do too. I like... You'll see, chat. You'll see as we get into later chapters of Lostbelt. More skin equal better. I mean, I think all three of Barcast forms are good, and I understand why each one appeals to different sets of people, right? And that's one of the beauties about these Lostbelt 6 servants. I think they're just really popular for a lot of reasons. Not only are they like cute waifus and stuff like that, not only do people really like the story or the lore about them, but then also just the designs. I think there is any number of factors that has made Lostbelt 6 some of FGO's most successful banners over time. She has too much going on in 3. She has just the right amount of stuff going on in 3 for me. I think it's good that FGO's multiple stages gives you options for the design. Yeah. Like I said, I wish that they would actually allow us to have some way of, like, customizing it. Like, they've kind of shown off on Arcade. There's a caster coup. Yes, coins. They've kind of shown off on Arcade that they have the ability to, like, palette swap some of the servants, and I think that'd actually be a cool thing if they were able to bring it to mobile. I don't want to get my hopes up or get any of you guys' hopes up in that regard, but I really hope they do it. Oh, chat, hold on. I know what's wrong. Another stream tradition here whenever we do big rolls. Oh, hold on. It's too tight. I have a big head. I'm sorry, chat. Here we go. Yes, the faux hat is back for any of you guys that haven't ever seen it before, so. Did you see the new update to the Twitch TOS? I did. God, there's so much to say about it. So, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm actually part of the partner Twitch research group that's out there. I got offered that about 2 years ago, and I said, you know, I don't really like the way Twitch does a lot of the stuff that they do. And I was like, I don't feel like I can really criticize them on that if I'm not willing to also, like, put forth my ideas and stuff like that and actually tell them how to fix the platform. So I opted into that group when I was offered, and I ended up having this. I think it was about 6 months ago they asked us about this particular update, and I told them it was not a good idea. And I basically pointed out the fact that the 3% was arbitrary and stupid, and nobody had the ability to measure that. And I also said that all they were going to do is aggravate people by trying to get in the middle and basically, you know, take a cut for themselves. And that all they were going to end up doing was really aggravating the smaller streamers, right? And I've actually seen a lot of big streamers talk about that. Apparently, OTK is threatening to pull out of Twitch, which is not a good thing. It's some of Twitch's biggest streamers in that regard. So I'm just going to say that, again, at the end of the day, I think it's a really short-sighted, narrow-minded viewpoint of Twitch, and I don't think it's good for them. I think the more they try to squeeze us, the more we're going to slip through their grasp, the more people are going to go to other platforms and stuff like that. So the more they try to set guidelines as to what you can and can't take a sponsor from, the more people are basically just going to say, you know what? I can't make money off of subs. I can't have discoverability. And now you're telling me I can't even do, sponsored streams and stuff like that and run ads on my own. So if you're basically giving me no way to monetize, I'm just going to go somewhere that does, right? Like, and so that's, I think if they continue down this course of action, it's just going to hurt a lot of small streamers. I also heard something to the effect of, and I haven't actually seen this one, so I don't know if it's correct, but someone was telling me basically that they also came out today and said that they're gonna start charging $25 to anyone that cancels their affiliate like agreement and stuff like that due to like basically like closure fees and everything. And I'm like, really? Like, I just get the feeling people are just gonna go like, okay, remove credit card beforehand, and then nope the fuck out so you can't charge us. But I assume, you know, and what people were telling me is like, look, they're probably just gonna charge a remaining balance. Like if you had, because Twitch only does payouts at certain thresholds, so they're probably gonna be like, hey, yeah, you know, if you had like $50 and you were nearing your payout threshold, we're just gonna take $25 from that, and you're not gonna get it. So it's really just dickish of them. I don't think it's gonna really help them in the end. I think it's just going to basically be a stupid thing. when medium to high size streamer, I decided to switch platforms basically within 10 minutes of reading the announcement. Yeah, I don't think it's a good thing, right? Like I said, I basically said this in general chat gaming on our Discord that like I have long realized that Twitch is doing double-sided. Already? Is this NP1? No! Wrong Lancelot! Here we go. Hold on, chat. I have to do it. Not that good a one, but anytime I roll him, I basically have to do the gargle. You got NTR'd? It happens. It's happened to me today as well, but with her, yeah. I was like, oh man, are we already gonna get her? And it's like, no. The colors even faked you out for a few seconds. Yeah, I saw the blue and I was like, Rock Gargler, yeah. Yeah, so like I said, I don't think it's a good thing. I think it's just gonna piss people off. And even for someone like me, I have long realized that Twitch is making a lot of dumb decisions. I have long tried to protect myself from that. It's part of the reasons that I've pushed a little bit harder on YouTube and everything like that, trying to make my presence known a little bit more as a content creator and not just sitting here as a streamer alone. And so as a result, chat, should the day come, I'm not gonna promise this, but you may see me just switch over to like YouTube or something like that, right? Like I may just do streams on YouTube. Who knows? Maybe even Kick, depending on how they manage their platform later on down the line. But I'm just gonna say that at the end of the day, I think it's just really short-sighted of Twitch to do this stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, I can't promise you that I'll always be on Twitch, but I hope to be. I want this platform to succeed. I've done so much work establishing myself on Twitch, but yeah, good lord, right? If Twitch continues to do really stupid stuff, I have no idea. Watch out if you go to Kick, they could rug pull anytime. Yeah, that I'm aware. Like that's the whole reason I haven't dabbled in them or anything like that. I don't really trust Kick, but there's a lot of stuff that Kick's doing right now that sounds really good. The 95-5 split obviously sounds amazing, but I think I heard today something to the effect of they're going to start trying to pay streamers an actual like. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's not bad. That's an easy NP1 there. So, Believers, I'm pretty sure win that one. But, there you go. That's payoff for the debate there. He told you he would bring Morgan? Yep. A lot of the times you get really badly debated, it does feel like the game corrects itself, but not always. That's what makes it rough. Scabman, thank you for the 5 months, and thank you. Thank you, everybody. Chat, that's NP1. Now we know we have her. Now is where the fun begins. Now there's no pity left. Four pulls and she's already home. Yep. I'll definitely take it. But yeah, this is definitely pitiless behavior here. What's the Saint Courts count at? Like chat said, I think it's 120 deep. I actually haven't rolled any tickets. Hold on, chat. Here you go, chat. Her line I do know. Alright, chat, you heard her. See, yeah, tips Fedora. All right, so yeah, not a bad result there, and that was literally just 120 quartz, I think someone said. So really good. I prefer the wife. The line that killed trillions. Yes. She says wife for this one. Interesting. It may be because I'm female, right? I don't know. Like my actual in-game avatar is female. I got 2 and 1. NP2 is good. It is. Chat, for those of you guys that are concerned, again, I have the Morgan analysis. I talk all about her damage capabilities and what to expect. And in the process, again, I have used an NP1 on JP, so I'm relatively familiar with how NP1 works. Let's go! Y'all be doubting. You be doubting my catalyst, and it works every time. Every time. You just gotta cook for the waifu. Lineon, thank you for the follow. Sluck is insane. I'll take it. Need to give me the faux hat as well. Yeah, the faux hat's also. This is a lot of blessed catalysts at the moment. Your catalyst? Yes. Morgan, the seafood fan. Listen, people in Britain eat a lot of fish and chips, right? That's what I should have made her. Now, she'd probably curse me for that. The hat is adorable. Yeah, it's the hat from one of the anniversaries, basically, that they did at a live event. You told me my NP5 Morgan gets out-damaged by my NP5 Space Ishtar. I didn't tell you that. Does that mean that you needed to burn an effigy for Mao Nobu? Listen, I don't want to talk about Mao Nobu, okay? Mao Nobu was a low. It was definitely a low point. She does against moon cancers. Well, yeah, there you go. Okay, so now hold on, chat. Let me back out right there. And I still have 26 tickets, so we're going to go with that. Free quest time? Yes. NP3 Gamba? Sure, go for it. The problem is, I could end up rolling that, like, right away, right? I don't know if anyone's kept track of the total. What's the target? Max. Maximum. Thank you, Barry. I'm glad someone's keeping track here. But again, these are singles at the moment, so. Those are brutal Nobu rolls. You know, and I think a lot of people remember Mao Nobu. Do any of you remember what I rolled before Mao Nobu? Anyone remember that?
Reigns,
yes. Peanut remembers. Age remembers. L-Dubs remembers. Yeah, Reigns was really bad rolls as well. It was back-to-back, like, over 1,800 quartz for a first copy. Like, I think it was like 1860 for NP1 Reigns. And then Mount Noble, we got to 2,000, and I just stopped. I didn't have her. Like, and I waited until, I waited until her second banner, because I just said, look, the luck is not with me. I don't have to have her right now. And so I just said, I'll wait till she comes back again. And I did. And she still was not kind the second time. But it was what it was, right? That's the lesson of pity. And it's why I keep telling people, like, I know people want to argue with me as to, like, how good the pity system is and like, where its issues lie. But at the end of the day, I'm still just happy to have it, right? You're never going to get a... Hello there? Is it because of the JoJo song that we got a K-pop idol? I have no idea what's going on. That Barghest does look strange, yes. Actually, this is the downside to rolling 2 copies of Morgan Le Fae already. We've only gotten a single Barghest. That's it. So, this is not looking good for the 4 stars. So I may be saddled right alongside of some of you that have had bad luck in that regard. This song slapped before JoJo used it. It did. It did. I do agree with that. Look, I know that. You know that. Most of chat doesn't know this song other than from JoJo memes, right? Straight up. Half of chat hasn't even watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They just know the to be continued meme. Cad showing his age. I wasn't alive when this song was released, Dank. What are you talking about? I just know of it. I am half of chat. Damn, I didn't realize you were that wide. We got any wide chatters? Cad, you're 46 top line. Bro, I think I would look a lot older if I were actually that age. Like, I would say I'm aging quite nice, but I think I would look a lot older at that point. I've seen up to part 3. At least I'll get around to later parts at some point. I still have to finish part 5. That's my big issue at the moment. Okay, so another. I think I had 20 something tickets. So we'll do this next set of 10 as well, and then from there I'll probably refill my courts. Dank is just being violence incarnate. Yeah. Now, I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know what the prediction is gonna be on NP3. I haven't seen what the mods set it at, but you guys might also want to do, like, you know, NP5 Gamba after that. I hate this game. I got double wrongbow. Oh, bro, I feel that. Wrongbows are the worst. Like, you get the rainbow orbs and you're like, oh my god, it's a 5-star. And it's even worse when it's same class Wrongbow, right? So, like, oh my god, it's a Berserk and it's Nightingale. And you're like, you're just sitting there and you're like, no, please. Xiang Yu. Look, I'm going to say at least Xiang Yu is a little bit more usable than, like, Nightingale nowadays. Nightingale at this point is, and certainly if you're down for, like, a challenge, you can throw Nightingale in there and try to, again, like, debilitate the enemy unit and try to not have them deal a lot of damage to you. But outside of that, Nightingale just ends up being one of those buffer-type units where, like, yeah, she's got the debuff immunity for 3 turns. Yeah, she's got Buster Up, but outside of that, she's not really providing a lot of utility. So, especially for someone like me, I already have a copy of Nightingale, so getting another one at that point to me is just like, oh, great, right? And I say I have a copy. I think I have, like, NP4 or something at the moment, so. Would a good catalyst for Sith be shoes? Or blood, you know, whichever. Chat, maybe what you need to do is just, like, bare your neck, right? And just sit there, like basically saying, come give me the good suck. Rogue, thank you for the follow. And again, for anyone who's new here tonight, hello, my name's Khadroth. I stream weeknights here on Twitch. Pretty much FGO, starting with that every single one of those nights. And again, I'm someone that's been covering the game for like 5 years now, so I definitely know a lot about the game. If you guys have any sort of questions, feel free to ask. Bondage gear? You know, I don't think she needs it. That's all I'm gonna say. I think she might be into that. I don't know that she needs it to restrain you. Because, chat, you would be the one restrained, not her. Do you know what the rate up for each 4-star in a quad rate up is? No, I do not. Not off the top of my head. The problem with that too is that JP has changed the way their rate up works for the 4 stars, so that's thrown me off. What's next banner on JP then, Cad? It is probably going to be something either dealing with Ordeal Call or Bait right before it. I do not know off the top of my head, though. Hello, Ventus. 5 packs, NP1 Drake and 1 Dioscuri Spook. What? Also, hello. Ventus at 5 packs, you're not far away from Pity. A 4-way? Yes, a 4-way. Chad, I know you've always wanted a foursome. You're not invited, but... Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'll go ahead and refill the courts now. So give me un segundo, por favor. That's loud. You don't use your fragments? I will, but I need to refill at some point anyways. In and out the valley. Okay, here we go. A foursome, but not like this, yes. All right. Free quest time? Yeah, chat, we just hyperbolic time chamber ground the free quest right there. All of a sudden, I just have so much more courts. I was wondering if I was missing out on a game secret. Yes, totally, completely. Has nothing to do with me having money and me spending it on the game. Hey, another cash to coup. So again, like I said, I already have NP5 of him, but the coins are nice. I've explained this in his analysis that basically you guys can actually, if you get enough coins, you can unlock his mana loading, you can max out his mana loading. That is going to take lore, but if you do that, that frees up Cash for Coup to be used with just double Koyan Skya. And then as a result of that, he's actually pretty decently strong. Like you can use him to level your Mystic codes and stuff like that. I do recommend using him with like a Black Grail or something because his damage isn't the best, but it's a really like kind of quick, easy comp that doesn't have a lot of other requirements. So I do think it's pretty decent for people if they can manage to get that up and running. I maxed his mana loading today. Yeah, just be careful, chat. Again, remember I tried to warn you guys about the material requirements in the game. You guys know you're literally gonna have this scenario where like you're not gonna be able to farm the materials until 6.3 ends. So just be careful, don't screw yourself. Make sure you look at like all the upcoming units that you're gonna roll. Try to figure out, I wish this was JP. Try to figure out like what it is that you're gonna need for each unit, right? He's more versatile than, god damn it. I wish this were JP. Mommy? Hi. There we go. So, second copy of Barcast. What is this roll right now? Prisma Cosmos and a Case Cove, yeah. I will definitely take, but like I said, the sad part is, so again, I'm someone that's been rolling long enough too. Like neither of these are actually good for me. I could probably make use of another Prisma and slowly start working towards yet another MLB of it, but like, oh god, I don't even want to think about what amount of K-scopes that is. I'll check after the rolls. And the John Booty Sea, yes, Vessel of the Saint. I swear Barcast is like a secret double rate up. I got 17 of her and 6 Bow Bombs. Gold orbs again. What MP levels Morgan? Dos. There we go. Now we got NP3 Barcast, which is our fourth Saber 4-star. We haven't received any other 4-stars except Barcast and Watanabe. It's really odd. Only got 2 Sis and 0 Barcast? Interesting. Yeah. I'm going to say again, for every person that has it skewed one way, there's someone else that has it skewed the other, right? Cad, your rolls are starting to mirror how my rolls went. I see. Were your rolls good in the end? Oh, that's true. I totally purged Zerkalot from my memory. I already tried to forget he existed. I'm sorry, Zerkalot. 1K St. Courts and NP1 Morgan. Oof. Yeah, I know that feel. Like I said, and honestly, chat, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you hit pity, stop, right? Like, don't... wait for the other banner. You have her at that point. Wait until... because, again, she comes back for the second banner of 6.3. So I highly recommend rolling for her there, rather than trying to go again into this one if you're trying to operate on a budget, right? That way you guys, you know, save whatever resources you have and need for, like, again, the 6.2 banner, the Koyan Skya banner, the Oberon banner, yada, yada, yada. To get Cascu copies, only got Nito, Casgill, and Tomacat. But wait, Zen, did you want Morgan? That sounds like your old story, no. Oberon Koyan banners should overlap, right? Well, that's what I was saying earlier, Cookie, is that it's possible now. I actually think they're kind of hinting at it with how they're phrasing things. But, again, assume that they don't overlap. And then, if they do, you know, be pleasantly surprised, right? You'll probably find out during the actual panel. I'm sure, obviously, you're gonna, you know, oh, hey, here's Koyan Skya, our anniversary servant. But they'll probably announce 6.3 there. So you'll get the date for 6.3. And again, as long as 6.3 is less than 2 weeks from that announcement, you should be okay. There should be some overlap there. So, and that's assuming that the Koyan Skya banner starts that day, right? But that should allow you some level of overlap. And then what you could do is you could basically wait till the end of the Koyan Skya banner, roll Oberon, and then if you have courts left over, go back and try to roll Koyan Skya. So it's a nice predicament to have at that point, because it's less of a predicament. You don't have to go like, oh man, do I roll one or the other? You can basically say, hey, I can try to scheme the system. Are we getting a free 4-star ticket anytime soon? No, not till next year. Basically, JP went a long time without them. So unless they bring it to NA early, don't expect it until next year. Triple Berserker NP for all these rank up quests is nice. It is. Provided Castoria is nice to me. Yeah. Again, Castoria, a lot of you guys should be considering Castoria. I know I've been talking all about Oberon and Koyan Skya, but Castoria is still there. Castoria is still really good. And again, if you're a brand new player, Castoria is still probably the way to go for most of you. Are you sure we'll have a Morgan banner after Oberon? Because JP did not have pity at that time. Yes. Yes. I mean, JP didn't have pity at that time, right? So, like, NA has had the benefit of having pity early, and also the downside. The downside is that, like, for instance, in this banner, there are no solo raid ups. There, like, you cannot try to get just Barcast or just Balbon. That's the casualty of pity. What? Did I not have that? Is that new? I feel like I just saw that on JP. Maybe during like an FP roll or something. This is the problem with playing multiple servers. You sit there and you go like, wait, is that new? Did you just get a new 3-star CE after 2 Morgans? What the fuck? No, I didn't get 2 Morgans on this roll. This roll was a relative dud, but I can't complain because the rest of the rolls have been pretty decent so far. That's who I'm waiting for and need that cash Doria. Exactly. I probably, you know, chat, I need to, if someone reminds me, I'll bring back Cad Loop starting tomorrow, because again, obviously Castoria is relevant. And she's still there. She should still be a better Twitch TV for you guys to use, but she is not at the moment one of the animated emotes, I think, that I have. If you were a free-to-play player, I'd say your roles were godly. I don't know about godly. I've seen some pretty crazy free-to-play roles, but still. Yeah, it's... So there are new CEs in the banner. They're just not on rate up. So they exist. but there's no rate ups, there's no guarantee you get them, right? Nice, Fox. Congrats. And again, good luck to anyone that's rolling alongside me. Wait, this is a god tier quality emote? Yep. Yep. I've had it for years. Hi, chat. First Castoria emote on Twitch. I also have that, and I have Cad Pat, and the Pat emote is a good one as well. By the way, when is Cope Scope and Ilioscope releasing? I think someone's saying the old CEs are retiring with 6.2. And I don't remember if it's like anniversary is when we get the next set or if it's a little bit later on. But Ilioscope is here. Oh, yes. Wait, was it? I thought it was just the 50% hybrids that were here. I'd have to go look, but still. Oh, you need to plug suit to get Huda Loop. Oh, for Tomoe Summer. Yeah. Tomoe Summer is one of those deals where she just really needs a nice like upgrade that either gives her like NP gain or like basically some amount of charge, because she's one of those units that even with double Castoria, she doesn't just loop cleanly. You basically either needed like damage bonus in the Summer 5 event, or like again, you just need the node to be like a 3-3-3 setup. And if it's not, you're just pretty much looking at plug suit. So the old Cs are retiring. Not all of them, just a couple. And my rolls just buried me deeper into hell. Oof. How close are you to pity at this point, Ventus? Took me 2.3 Sankorts for Mommy Morgan. I'm still crying. That is a bad result, but the consolation that I can give you is that it can always get worse. So just be happy it wasn't, right? Like that's all I can say. I know that doesn't sound good. I know that's not very comforting. Just please understand it can get worse than that. I already got Morgan, but I was extremely close. Oof. Oberon or Koyan Skya, which to pull first? My opinion is Oberon. Oberon works with all card types, right? Koyan Skya is great, but Oberon works with everything, and because of that, you can use him in buster systems. Again, I have a guide talking about all the new buster systems that are coming out here. You can use him with arts, you can use him with quick. Like, I think a lot of people have a tendency to only think of Oberon as a buster support. Oberon is a all support. He supports literally everything. He is the best damage amplifying support that we have in the game, and he also charges by 70%, right? And I say best damage amplifying. There are other units that can surpass him, but they're circumstantial. So, he is just solid. He's really good. Koyan Skya's got another feather in her cap too, where she is only buster. She is also a pretty decent AoE assassin. So if you need an AoE assassin, that is an extra reason to roll Koyan Skya. But to me, for most of you guys, you probably have a welfare assassin that does pretty solid work for you already or something. So I'm going to tell most of you that's probably not a real consideration for you. And so instead, I think a lot of it, and the reason why a lot of people will favor Koyan Skya is waifu, and that's perfectly fine. But wait, hold on. Let's go convert my my quartz fragments. Actually, why did I do that? I should have just gone over to the shop over here. Where is it? Not by St. Quartz. Whoosh. Okay, chat, that's enough for 3 more rolls. But yeah, so it's one of those deals. Is Castoria plus Oberon comp a thing? Yes, 100%. You can apparently convert from the gacha tab. Yeah, I just don't trust it. I don't want it like pulling something up that I can't show stream or something. Is that another Prism of Cosmos? What? What is going on? How to use Oberon in arts because the NP demerit. So basically the way you do it is you try to only use his 50% skill on turn 3. And as long as you do that, you're good, right? Again, even in some units cases, they don't even care. They refund that much. And especially if you have more than NP1, you can stomach it. But yeah, for the majority of units, how you're going to do it is you're going to do like Castoria, and then like do a third support as Oberon. If you don't have a Castoria of your own, you can do like Castoria, Oberon, then like a Tamamo or something if they're a good refunder, Paracelsus or something like that, or even an Era Bride. So there are other units that you can like kind of work in there and try to make it work. But it is a little bit of an issue. Yeah, Shufu if you're on JP now. So. But, all sabers, man. I'll take it, though. Thank you. Thank you, NP4 Barcast. Shufu, yes. Is Castoria plus Oberon plus Melisson Wave 3 single boss work on 90+? So, if it's like a weird setup node where, like, turn 1 is a single, like, a single enemy that you can keep, Melisson in her single target form for, yeah, you can do stuff like that. The problem with that is if you end up converting all of like the arts up and stuff that Castoria has, and then you're trying to go into AoE form with her, is she's going to be losing a lot more damage compared to just being in AoE form constantly and using like double Koyan, Sky, and Oberon, right? So that is one of the issues you're going to run into, is going to be damage concerns. But yes, in theory, that can be done. Cad gonna die by Snoo. Too late. Already dead inside. Wanted MP5 Barcast, somehow got MP2 and MP3 Morgan. What is life? You know, look, at least you got her, right? Like, from hearing from people today, this banner has been very fickle for people. Where's the vamp? I don't know. She's being funny. Is it worth to go for MP2 Morgan? MP2 Morgan does help out with some of the damage concerns when it's not man-traded, but it's up to you, right? Like, I'm gonna say at the end of the day, like, I've managed to make her work at NP1 in quite a bit of scenarios, but there are some times where she just does not work at NP1. That is true of a lot of units in the game, though, right? So I don't think that's a particular mark against Morgan. You could beat me and get nothing. Exactly. Fickle is an understatement. Indeed. Gotcha giveth and gotcha taketh away. The vamp is in my box. Want to trade for some Barcasts? We'll see. All right, like, it's still early in the roll. What is this with Prisma Cosmos? I don't understand. Is it the Ilya Fest going on JP? Is that what it is? Is it trying to tell me that I should be farming the lotto right now? I feel like I'm getting haunted. Like, holy crap. And especially because, like, I actually really need Prisma on JP. So, like, those 3 Prismas would give me an MLB. I hate this right now. This is the game taunting me. It's a sign for you to watch Prisma Ilya. You must burn an Ilya to appease the gotcha gods. Listen, chat, perhaps I will watch Prisma Ilya if JP gives me an MLB Prisma Cosmos. How about that? Okay? I'm far enough away from that I'm pretty confident that'll take a while for the gotcha gods to manifest that bad luck on me. Time to clip that? No. I'll delete the VOD. You can only watch the dub for maximum cringe. Is there like an abridged? Can you loop with Morgan with just Oberon? Well, like Oberon and other supports? Yes. I've had people ask me over the past couple days, like, can you do double Oberon comps? And the answer to that is yes. That's a large reason why when Oberon was first getting teased on JP, we knew about him. We knew already just the first 2 skills in his kit. And I made a video on it, and some people got angry at me over it, saying that I was spoiling, which, chat, understand, I will never spoil you on anything to do with story, okay? So they straight up, this was a unit that had been teased in all the banners. You knew about him. Again, you guys have already seen him in the promotional stuff for LB6 here on NA. You know he exists, okay? And we already knew part of his kit due to things that were happening. So it was one of those deals where I said, look, this is significant enough that I need to warn the community that's coming, because Oberon was our game's first 70% charger. He literally was going to change the way that 3-turning worked. And so as a result, I felt the need to actually make the video. And then Koyan Skya came out ahead of him and blew us all away because we didn't expect that. But it was one of those deals where, like, yeah, I had already, you know, just from the first 2 skills diagnosed the fact that because he was 70%, any unit that could get 10% charge could be made to 3-turn with a K-scope, a mana loading maxed out, their own 10% charge, and then your Oberon, someone else's Oberon, and another 50% charger. So that's the way that system works. It's just double Oberon and another 50%. And as long as you have a K-scope on the unit, and as long as the unit can get 10% charge themselves, they're good. So if a unit doesn't have any charge, well, then you have to go to, like, creative things, you know, with, like, hybrid systems where you're maybe having, like, an Oberon or a Koyan Skya handle one of the waves. But it can be done as well in that sort of scenario. You can also watch Oath Under Snow Prillia movie as a standalone, so you get to see the most badass version of Shiro. I keep hearing everyone say that it's really good and that it's the most badass version of Shiro. In fact, it's so much so that I'm beginning to think that no one's actually watched it, and instead it's like people just regurgitating the one thing they've heard. Because everyone says, most badass form of Shiro. And I'm like, okay, why do you all say the same thing? It's really creepy at this point. Okay, so chat, I have to literally refill here. By the way, how many quarts deep are we? $5.10 next multi, I see. Yeah, I was going to say, including the tickets. Divinity, thank you for the follow. Also, chat, for those of you guys that didn't notice, we brought back the other animated Morgan Le Fae for this. She has sat at the top of my stream for the better part of a year. I'm keeping track, don't worry. Oh, God. But I still give it to Heaven's Feel, Shira. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna say that, like, you're all actually robots or anything like that. It's just really funny to me that everyone regurgitates the same line. I just find that really hilarious. Everyone's like, God, Oath Under Snow, Shiro, that's the most badass form of Shiro. And I'm like, what? It makes me double take every time I hear it. Shiro is so cool. There you go, yeah. I tried doing Morgan's pinky thing, and now my hand hurts. What, you're talking about the Takeuchi hand, where it's like, you know, it's got like the raptor claw pinky? It's not that hard, chat. Come on. You guys should be able to do that. It is the most badass version. See, there you go. Does Castraku come back around in another upcoming banner? He is exceedingly rare. I'm trying to remember, because I do believe there is another banner for him, but I do not remember where it is. Takeuchi is AI. Listen, if Takeuchi is AI, Takeuchi's the best AI, because he manages to be the same across all his iterations. He's on Oberon's next banner. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So, chat, you're like, oh, sweet, he's on Oberon's next banner. I'll roll for Oberon then. Understand, Oberon's next banner is not until like a year and a half from now. So you're waiting a long time for Oberon's next banner. It's literally like 18 months after this. It's It's like in November. Well, actually, I think it was December actually when it finally came out. Like right before the release of Lostbelt 7. That's when Oberon's next banner is. So you're gonna be waiting a long time if you want to wait for him. Formalcraft, hello there. Man, we're getting some of the OGs tonight. And once more. I've arrived. How deep are we? Deep. Not that deep yet. Let's not go to Camelot. 'Tis a silly place. It tis. 'Tis a very silly place, I would argue. Question, do you think they'll fix Geronimo's kit or pull a mulligan like they did for Romulus? I really hate them pulling mulligans, right? Like, as you put it, I really don't want them to be like, oh, that unit we struggled to design, so here's a new unit of that unit. Like, I want them to actually just go back and fix the original versions at some point, so I really hope they do fix it, but I have no idea. Like, I don't know if Geronimo's actually popular enough for them to be like, you know what, we're going to give you SSR Geronimo. But maybe somewhere down the line. Yeah, Super Geronimo. Why does Super Geronimo sound like a sex move? Like I'm about to bust the Super Geronimo on her? I don't know why. It isn't, I don't know. About to hit her up with that Super Geronimo. It's like picturing like you just like diving off the bedpost or something like that. Power slamming her. Oh god, that just I'm sorry, Chad, if that gave you any sort of bad mental image. You got on the top bunk and Super Geronimo her ass, yeah. This is why Baobon won't show up. She knows we're degen. We're too degen for her right now. Basically the Zangief moveset. For anyone playing Street Fighter 6, how is it? I am curious to know. Because I played Street Fighter back in the day. I had Street Fighter 2 on the Sega Genesis. That's dating myself. And that's like the only Street Fighter I ever played. You're on the S side and not on the M side. That's why she isn't appearing. No, Look, I'm not going to say that I ascribe to either of those mentalities, but I would say if I'm on any side, it's probably the M side at this point with how much I put up with. It's fun. The burnout system is great. Good. There you go. There is an Ilya C. Character creation is nice. I've already seen some hilarious stuff coming out of the character creation system. Y'all know damn well she never experienced any sort of romance. Exactly. So she probably looks at us with disgust. Question for next V-Day. Will you NP5 MacLear? I haven't decided that, but I do really like not MacLear, but Bazat. Okay? The World Tour mode looks cool. You can make your waifu and learn all the characters' moves. Nice. So I can stare at Cammy's ass. Excellent. It's almost like I have a thing for Brits that are blonde and hot. Aren't all of us gacha players on the M side? Right? That's kind of the point that I'm making here. Are we all not here just to suffer? Zephyr Log, I don't believe you. What, did his raid disband? Is that a thing? The Gamba? Wait, what about the Gamba? I have yet to meet a man or woman who doesn't like Cammy's ass. Okay, good. I was gonna get concerned there. How do the rolls go, Cat? They're going all right. I wish this raid just banned. NP5 Morgan or MLB Prisma Cosmos first? Bro, like, I would bet on Prisma Cosmos at this point. Bells, frogs, big cherries, ring a bell, ham and cheese, Sephiroth. I'm sorry, now you have to listen to it, chat. Also, this is great. I love Alex. It's a funky version of it. Meat cannon levels of character? Oh, God. Wilshire, thank you for the 21. I hope you're doing good. The wrestling move and sex move Geronimo is created by Cat. Is this another? Goddamn, chat. NP5 Barcast, NP0 Balbon. What is going on? All right, Final Fantasy 16 in a couple weeks. Yes, chat. And as long as that game doesn't, like, get review bombed as a trash heap, I will be playing 16 on stream with you guys. Assuming, you know, Lostbelt releases and stuff like that don't get in the way. But for those of you guys that are like, ooh, Cad, I really want to see that game, but I don't want to buy a PlayStation 5, or, ooh, Cad, I'm going to wait for that game to come out on PC. You guys can watch and see how it is when I play. Oh my God, finally. Finally, the cherry is popped. There we go. We finally got Balbon. Now I know I at least have a single copy of her. Aurelius, thank you for the 33. Good luck on the remaining Morgan copies. Thank you. She likes Final Fantasy 16. Maybe. She had to be sure the doggo was done. Yeah, maybe they're going to take turns. Maybe now I'll just get 5 straight of her. Great multi indeed. You asked and she came. It's how it works. That's another 500-year obsession too. Listen. I don't keep track of those there. What happens if you get a BJ from a vampire girl? I'm just gonna say you got a good suck, one way or the other. Tamlin Tristan. Oh God. No, see, I do know a thing about you. Ah, chat. She's all about justice. But all right, excellent. What's your servant counter? Where's your servant counter? Oh, I've never bothered using them. Most of the time, chat keeps track with me because my brain is scatterbrained. Sorry, I'm a plot man myself. Same. Sexy red lady. Oh God, he's here. Hello, Faye. Faye, you're rolling after this, right? They also added skill description after the voice line is displayed in this patch. Wait, what do you mean? Skill description after the voice line is displayed. Doesn't Sith have a pretty decent plot herself? Not Barcast level. Why? Why? What did I do? What did I do? Oh. There you go, Chad. That was a better one. The gurgle monster strikes again. Yep. Nina, how they showed during the skill level and the voice line played. Now it shows the skill description after the whole voice line is done. Yeah, but you can like tab through it, can't you? That's what you get for forgetting his first visit. Yes, history repeats itself. You know, the only thing I'm disappointed by is that I'm getting all of the Lancelots on this banner and not the next banner, so that I can't go wrong Lancelot. MP5 Morgan or NP5 Zerkalot first? Hello, Koo. You're killing me here. I've been going for an hour so far. Orange, you said it. Oh my god, no! Why? What is with this? Oh, it's not supposed to be like this. It's literally, it's chat. It's the fabled K-scope rate up. Yes. 360 no scope. Yes. More Bard coins? Why? I need to stop opening my big mouth. I need to stop opening my mouth. Jesus Christ. It's just coming back to haunt me. Wait, why did Zephyr win the Gamba? Yeah, I'm confused. So what happened with the Gamba? It was a blonde saber. Yeah, but that one was French. Although I do like French ladies too. But we're not sure if Daeon's a lady or not. Cat, guess who's coming? I will not say that name. You can't make me. How many Morgans so far? Dos. Lauren, thank you for the follow. I had the Amakusa keep appearing. I mean, at least that's a good one, right? That's a really nice one to have on, like, Castoria and stuff. And I've said this before that, like, I actually prefer Prisma Cosmos on Castoria to the Amakusa, but Amakusa is still really good. I feel like where it gets the most value is as long as you're not going to NP with Castoria, which is, I think, more than 4 times. Whatever the limit of the craft essence is. Can you do me a favor and stop getting spooked? No. Apparently no, Zen. You're going to have to, like, sacrifice a bucket of fried chicken to the gacha gods for me. What specific accent do you think Saba would have? You know, that's a really interesting question. It really depends on the actual time period that you think, like, Arthurian lore occurred in. A lot of best guesstimates put it in, like, the like, 600s and stuff like that. So, I'm not sure, like, it would basically be Breton / like, Celtic. And that would be really weird. Or it may even be actual, like, Latin, right? Like actual, like, Roman type of accent, depending on the origin, so. Yeah, Welsh would be a very close equivalent, or Cornish back in the day, right? Oh, chat, on to the next pack. Let's go quickly farm some more free quests here. These are at least entertaining rolls, I will give it to them. Saber speaking like a soccer hooligan? I mean, maybe, right? Like, if that's what floats your goat, then go for it. K-scopes do exist? No, chat, you don't understand. So, I'm sure there's people out there that are wondering why I'm malding getting a actual K-scope. Please understand, I have a lot. I have a lot of K-scopes, and they're functionally useless for me, and my JP account would actually be A-OK getting more. So, whenever my NA account rolls the K-scope, I'm just sitting there just being like, God, that's such a waste, right? Like, I feel bad for anyone that hasn't had luck getting K-scopes when I roll it on my NA account. I mean, and I say that, even my JP account is, like I said, functionally free to play. It's really more like cheap to play at this point, but my JP account's been around for like 4 years now, and it has an MLB, and then some. NA is robbing JP. Now NA is definitely robbing JP. That is the craft essence I need the most on my JP account. That hurts. That actually hurts. Chad, are we gonna complete around the world again? Are we gonna roll every single one of the OG 5-star craft essences? Have 1 MLB and 2 non on NA. On JP, it's non and 2 cope scopes. Yeah, the Wizard Marshal finally began to show up on my JP account, and I've not been pleased about that. How many queens so far? 2. My queen. I have 7 copies of Heaven's Field, 2 copies of Black Grail. It's very depressing. Well, what's sad is we got the SSR ticket on JP, and I picked K-scope with it because I was at 4 K-scopes at the time. Since I picked that 5th K-scope to get MLB, I have received 2 more K-scopes and 2 Wizard Marshals. In the meantime, I only had 2 Black Grails on JP at that time, so that was the other consideration. And I was telling myself, like, man, I really want to get a Black Grail, so I moved closer to MLB. I'm like, but I know if I don't take K-scope here, I will never see another K-scope on my JP account. It'll just screw me, and I'll just never end up with MLB. So that's why I went with K-scope in the end. But you know, I still only had the two Black Grails on my JP account, and again, across 4 years, I've just never seen another one. So every time I see a Black Grail at this point on my NA account, it just bothers me. Took me to year 5 to get MLB K-scope. Yep. Yeah, and they get 1 copy right after. Exactly. The second you're good, that's when they start raining, right? Would you like to see a Fairy Knight Mordred? I would be very curious as to how a Fairy Knight Mordred would appear. I would at least be, like, interested to see it, yeah. Good luck, Mr. Streamer. Thank you. The first thing I see is Coup. Yeah. My rolls are salting a lot of chat, but they're calming down now. Other than hilarious spooks. I'm gonna actually need to grab K-scope with the ticket. I just can't seem to get spooked by it. Yep, that's basically why I did too. Fairy Knight Agravain. I am, like, low-key surprised we didn't get something like that. What Knight of the Round Servant would you like to see that hasn't been released? Sir K. Straight up. Sir K is a really important one. You had to consider holding MLB until you got the 6th or 7th. Yeah. I only started changing that stance for myself and for what I was telling people to, like, hey, the second you get the 5th copy, just MLB it. I only started changing that stance once Scotty came into the game. And that's because there was a lot more value at that point of just having the 1. It'd be interesting to see which fairy they would use for Fairy Knight Mordred. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that they could still tell along these lines. But I'll be really curious to see what they do. Chat, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm super interested in what they're going to be doing with Ordeal Call, because... I was like, I'm not going to say anything. If I say anything, it's not going to be Barcast. Like I said, I still want the coins for Barcast, so I'm okay with getting more copies beyond 5. But what was I saying? God, my brain. I've forgotten. No day on, yeah. We need Sir not appearing in this film. Yep. Oh, yeah, Ordeal Call. So, yeah, like I said, Ordeal Call, I'm just really curious to see what they do with it, because I already have a feeling I know what their overarching themes are going to be for Ordeal Call. They teased a lot of it in the trailer. Obviously, we don't know specifics, but I'm still really curious, and I'm going to be really interested to see how that plays into the overall greater story, since this appears to be a continuation of Cosmos and the Lostbelt, and not like, hey, Cosmos and the Lostbelt's over. Okay, so where's my Victor of the Moon? We're literally going for all the OGs at this point, chat. Man, this is quite a bit of them. Which was the round table? Which was the Knight of the Round Table that can grow in size again? You asked me something obscure like that, and I'd have to think back to what their legends were. I honestly don't remember. Like, I could take a stab at it, but I don't think I'd be right. What are the MP levels and Sane Quartz costs? NP2 Morgan, NP6 Barcast, NP1 Tristan. Sorry, Balbon. It gets bigger when I pull on a pants grab? Yes. Do you think LB7 was less hype than LB6? As an NA player, I didn't hear much about LB7 compared to 6. I'm going to say this. One, I think finally the community's begun to actually clamp down on spoilers a little bit. They're still really bad, but I think people are starting to, like, not tolerate it anymore. Two, I think there's enough in 7 that people can't talk about. Like, it is actually blatantly spoiler. And if NA hasn't even gotten to, like, again, we're not really far enough in the story to even be able to process what happens in 7. At least to my understanding. I don't know everything that happens in 7, so. GSSR isn't for a month. Yeah, people all the time ask me about my GSSRs. I always tell you guys, I have rolled the majority of units on NA. There's only like 15 maybe units that I don't have, and almost all of those 15 units are units that I don't want. So my GSSRs are never a guaranteed thing. It's always extremely hard for me to choose because I basically just wait until the actual moment, make a like judgment call and just go. Because a lot of it is like, if I actually sit down and try to analyze it, every single one of the banners is bad for me in terms of like, hey, I could get a USO off of this and that sort of stuff. The moment you start talking about it, you have to dodge around so much. Exactly. So I'm not going to say LB7's bad. I think LB7's actually pretty crazy, but we'll see, right? We'll see when we get to it. I think they're both good. That's what I'll say. I love Faded. Since I pulled Morgan, my GSSRs have been simplified to 2 choices: your 4 Cavalry or your 5 Knights. Yeah, I'll probably end up actually talking about that, making a video about the GSSRs, because I've had people ask me to. I'll give you guys my 2 cents on your options and kind of try to give you guys a, like, hey, here's the best choice for these type of players, here's the best choice for these type of players. But ultimately, at the end of the day, chat, it's, you know, it's going to be different for every single player. Like, you may be like, no, Cad, that's totally wrong. I absolutely prefer this one. And that's okay. If you prefer a different one, go with a different one, right? Like, I can't tell you what's best for you. I can just try to, like, give gameplay advice, and that's the best thing I can do. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you play this game to have fun. You play this game for your favorite characters, and that's what you're going to do. Somebody new, just like you. Hello, Balbon. Thank you for NP2. That's a good one now. Now I know she'll do decent damage and she'll be able to overcharge her NP. Don't be like me and mix up the 6th and 7th GSSR. They're actually getting a little bit difficult for me to, like, keep straight in my mind. I used to know them all, but they're beginning to blend together because they've done them very samey the past couple times. And so, like, for instance, chat, I think this anniversary you get a Grail from the GSSR because it's actually part of the rewards for doing the GSSR. So, like, I think that Grail is even factored into my Grail plans. I'd have to go look, but using Morgan on an A feels so odd. I love it. It probably feels really odd, too, for those of you that have played JP, because you're so used to using Morgan with the supports that, like, having her without the supports now that you're used to having, you're like, huh? So I think that's going to bother people. At least that play both servers. I gotta ask because I don't know, are Tamlin, Tristan, and Gawain both limited, or will they be in regular rotation as well? They're limited. Well, yeah, they may be story locked. I don't know. You can't roll them normally. They cannot spook you. Next year is GOAT GSSR, right? Probably depends on your perspective. They are story locked. Okay, thank you, chat. To me, story locked, limited, same thing. I'm not rolling the story banner, so it's the same thing. You can 4-star ticket them. Interesting. Okay, so there you go. At least in that regard, there is a difference. You know, for all the 4-star tickets we get. I do hope they continue to give 4-star tickets. I actually talked about this back, like, 2 years ago, basically, when JP was right here saying, like, look, it's basically been a long time since there's been a 4-star ticket. I know you guys have given a 5-star ticket. You need to give a 4-star ticket again. The 4-star tickets, while, like, they may be giving the 5-star ticket and they think that's better, the 4-star tickets still matter in a lot of ways because they give access to very hard to get units like the story locked 4 stars. So I always felt like that was a really nice thing to do, and that, well, yes, giving a 5-star ticket's really awesome, that again, they shouldn't stop doing the 4-star tickets. We get one next year. Yep. The next one is next year, and that's the only one we've had since then, and that's been like, God, I think it's been like 2 or 3 years since the last one prior to that, so. 4-star tickets need every 4-star. And that was one of the things that I said, is I feel like, here goes another pack chat. That was one of the things that I said, was like, I feel like they could actually end up, making the 4-star tickets better by basically putting the limiteds in, right? Sorry, my brain was not processing that as I was trying to purchase. I mean, farm free quests. Careful there, Cad. You still have another Saberface MP5 this year? I do. I know I do. Like I said, chat, Morgan Le Fae rolls are arguably my biggest rolls of the year, but I still have Okitan. Guess how many Saberfaces I have to roll after Okitan, chat? And they just came out on JP. It's Beast Umu. That's it. It's literally just Beast Umu. We go like 2 years without a Saberface. It's really bad. For me. I know the community doesn't like Saberfaces, and they're happy to not have more. But I like them, and they're the reason I play the game, so. 120 Morgan done? Damn, that has got to be a lot of farming. You still have Summer Mordred and Arc? Arc is not a Saberface, believe it or not. Now, okay. Arc is a Saberface. Now, all of the Tsukihime fans, close your ears. Arc's not a Saberface. She doesn't have the trait. But, again, I'm going to say it just to piss the Tsukihime fans off. So, Umu is going to be a spooky roll session. Yes. And then we get Summer Lalter. I hope we do. I actually hope we do. There's been several of the, like, Summer Saberfaces that people have been waiting on a while, so. I frankly, at this point, I just want them to do something with Lalter. It doesn't even have to be a summer form. Like, give her actual story. Let's talk about the Wild Hunt. Let's get in there. Let's do some crazy, awesome shit. Because Lalter's got some really cool lore that they could actually get into. But, yeah, God, who knows, right? What are your role plans for Summer 7? Well, that's a long way away, man. But, I don't know. Typically, chat, I roll, like, every summer banner. I have not historically skipped a summer banner, like, going all the way back. So, I think you can at least count on that. But, it definitely is a little bit weirder with Pity and no, like, you know, split rate ups or anything like that, because I don't know. Some of that may factor in where I suddenly decide, like, oh, I only want this one 4-star on the banner, and then end up, you know, down the line, like, oh, that 4-star gets another banner before the original banner comes to NA, and I may just punt and say, you know, I don't actually need to roll there. I'll wait for the actual, like, solo raid up then. But that's kind of the issue with pity, and so I don't know. It's one of the things where I really hope they do tweak the pity system over time so that we actually have, like, a pity system that carries over and preserves, or like it remembers how much you've rolled on a particular unit, or I don't know, like maybe it just doesn't reset whenever the banner changes, and so as a result of that you're able to have different 4-star rate ups and stuff. So that would be really nice. Chat, Victor of the Moon. So God, I think I need Fragment of 2030. Oh God, I'm sorry chat, I didn't move my mouse there. I think we need Fragment of 2030. I think we need Imaginary Around and Limited 0 Over. And I think that's all the OGs? I think. Volleman, maybe? Maybe Volleman, maybe Heaven's Feel, yeah? So, like, we're actually getting close to completing Around the World here. That's the new one, chat. That's... I just, for a second there, I was like, oh my god, is that going to be Imaginary Round right as I said that? Would you consider Proto Merlin an honorary Saberface and MP5? I will be rolling Proto Merlin. I have not committed, chat, I typically don't commit to NP5ing any unit that isn't a Saberface, right? I will certainly roll her. I do not know if I will roll MP5 of her, right? That's the issue that I will say. And a lot of that, it just depends on my circumstances at the time. And the reason I say that, chat, is because, like, who knows what the next year brings for FGO at this point. That is a object of concern for me. I really hope that the game continues to do well. I hope that they knock Ordeal Call out of the park. I hope that this year's Annie is great. And I hope that the interviews that they give promise a lot of amazing things to come. But who knows? Maybe the devs continue a weird content pace and they're slow, and maybe they make some mistakes and piss people off. So it's why I am at this point just in a very wait and see mode, right? You gonna roll for Summer 6? Canis is pretty nice. Yeah, I'll roll for Summer 6. I really like Canis and her design. I wish that she had, like, she's actually a really awesome crit unit, but I wish that she had some kind of charge. Because, like, basically right after Canis, we end up getting Welfare, like, Liz, Cinderella, where she's just basically everything that Canis Summer wanted to be. So it's kind of rough on me in that regard, as much as I really like her design, as much as I really like using her. And she does have really good, like, NP gen with her cards and stuff. It's just one of those deals where I'm like, man, I just wish that she had gotten a slightly better kit. This should be pity amount. Cad can double check if he wants to. I mean, I'm not going to get pity, so. When does OG Canis get her battery? Is it coming up? Did she already get it? I thought she already got it, but maybe not. Yeah, I was going to say, if it's... I'm pretty sure it's soon, if we don't already have it, because I talked about it in the actual strengthening video, I remember. So, the hilarious part is, chat, at the beginning of the year, I covered all strengthenings and all interludes in the year in a video. Feel free to go watch it. It talks about the timing of each one and why they're good and what they do for the unit. I maybe, upon making the video, said, okay, I've made the video. I don't need to remember it anymore. So, normally I used to keep all that stuff in my head, but that has freed up some memory to allocate to other things instead. Canis has a battery? Yeah, 20%. It's basically like Lalter in that regard. Can't wait for the pity that isn't happening. Me either, Cad Tap. Sometime this month for Canis skill buff? Yeah. If Lasingle committed to more summer unit buffs, I would roll more of the units. Yeah, we getting lucky? Why do I open my mouth? Why? Why? Why the song prompted it from me, chat. For anyone watching on YouTube, the song playing was Daft Punk and Pharrell's Get Lucky. and sure enough, I opened my big fat mouth and didn't get her. Tamamo Lin, yes. Yes, that's a Tam Lin for you. The lucky cat waifu will get you what you want. I hope so. Doubters having laughed tonight. Listen, Doubters lost early on. But yes, the Doubters are coming back to bite me. All those double-sided Zerks have been spooks. Yeah, we're literally 2 for 5 on Berserkers right now. Just another rare prism? Sadly, yes. A lot of my 4 stars are rare prisms at this point. I can't help but wonder what a fairy Tamamo would be like. Oh God. I'm, you know, part of me is just thinking of like the D&D meme of fairies being dicks, and like, I don't want to think about how mischievous a Tamamo could be in that regard. Honestly, in that regard, that's pretty similar to what she is in like Japanese and Chinese lore, is like something very similar to a fairy at that point. She's just an arbiter of chaos. Cad shooting 40% on Morgan shots, still better than the Celtics in Game 7. God damn. Probably be immune to dragon enemies and take extra damage from poison, maybe. She causes problems for no reason, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's pretty normal. That's pretty much how a fairy works. Speaking of Game 3 is tonight, right? I have no idea. I haven't, again, kept track of the NBA this year. I do know the Nuggets made it to the finals, didn't they, chat? Shot wasn't even aimed at me and still got hit. Thank you, Plushie. Appreciate it. I didn't get to see if you've rolled, but I hope if you did that your rolls went well. Sorry, Celtic and Laker fans. This finals is hype. Hey, like I said, if I had more time, I'd definitely be happy to watch, but are fairies weak to correction via sexual mean? What? What? Why do you ask that? What? Cat is in P2. Yes, thank you, Ash. Natural. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. And again, like I said, at least the rolls are entertaining. We have had nothing but hilarious circumstances with every single one of these things. You don't get to that after Super Geronimo? Okay, fair. You're not wrong, Hera. Cat, have you had an SSR, any SSR spooks so far? Why would you curse me? Why would you curse me by bringing that up? I have had plenty of spooks. They don't need to be SSRs. Lots of caster coup coins, though. Indeed, that is the upside. 150 rolls, no Sith, but MP1 Morgan? Oof. Yeah, Martel, I didn't even see a Sith until you know, deep into NP2 rolls at this point. Just waiting for the Mo spook. Chat, why do you hate me? I'm nothing but nice to you. Guess horse husband is coming? No. No. You stole 2 K-scopes. Listen. Excellent. Excellent. I didn't realize that Morgan Le Fae loved hard baths. Straight up. There's NP3, chat. Sadly, that means that she's... we now have more Morgan copies than we have Balbon copies. Mitchin, thank you for the 10 months. Appreciate it. You know what you need, Kat? Another copy of Victor of the Moon? Listen, Victor of the Moon's a fantastic CE. Most of you guys should be lucky to have it at MLB. Now you're shooting better than me than Miami. God damn it. Hard bus, Adidas. I'm aware. I've listened to some. We need another K-scope spook. Listen, the one that's gonna assault me is if we keep getting Black Krail spook. No! No! What the hell? Why? God damn it! Oh! Instant. What the shit? Oh, God damn it. Wilder, thank you for the prime. SD0G, thank you for the prime. Oh. I thought the Holy Shroud there was going to be it again, and I was like, oh God, please no. Double-sided. Make that a short with the Ricardo meme. Yeah. There we go. There's another Barcast. More coins. You didn't even finish since I didn't get to. The game just immediately shut me up. I'm afraid to say anything now. It's okay. Again, like I said, I settled in for the long haul. I knew we were going to be rolling NP5 tonight, so it was one of those deals where it's just like, God, chat, NP5 rolls, anything can happen. That's... This has just been a really hilarious set of, like, spooks and stuff. Why does it do that? I see different animations sometimes. The gacha just has different animations. You can have a silver spark turn into a gold. You can have rainbow orbs. You can have gold orbs. You can have a double-sided card flip around, spark turn into a gold. So it adds variance to the gacha, and it's really cool. It's something I actually like. The one that it's been unpopular, but like the chaotic side of me wants to say that, like, I would actually like it if they included the, like, Final Fantasy XIV map mechanic. For any of you guys that have ever done maps in Final Fantasy XIV, basically what happens is occasionally you get like a rare dungeon type spawn event, and you'll go into the dungeon and it's a like 50-50 choice between doors as to which one is the correct door. And if you get the correct door, you get to proceed deeper into the dungeon, get more rewards. The problem is the doors in that really debate you, and there are times where, like, it'll flash rainbow like you got it, and then it will lock down on you. Or it'll shake like it's gonna lock on you, and then it'll flash rainbow. So I would actually like it if they like debated you sometimes and did that sort of stuff. Like, can you imagine, chat, where like you get rainbow orbs and it shows up and it's like, it's a saber. And then it flips around and it's Pretender instead. Like, that would be so cancerous, but it would be funny. I'm sorry. It would make for great content at minimum. I'd quit. Yeah, it would absolutely aggravate a lot of people, but it would be also it would result in some hilarious roll clips. That is how Pretender should pull. I agree. Oh no. DOAI cover just the two of us? What? Why is it good? Why is this a good version? People would be cursing left and right. They would. I guess a whale, I'd welcome the chaos, but I'm sure the free-to-plays would just get extremely salted. And my like rolling on my JP account, I'd probably be salted too. I don't know how I feel about this. It's okay to be aroused, Barry. Best to have an option to turn on, yes. Yeah, I mean, that would be something you could do, right? You could totally make it an option where if players didn't want to see that sort of summon animation, they could absolutely turn it off or something, right? I've been bricked up all stream, no. This is good AI, it's scary. Listen, it's almost like Dio has multiple seasons for them to be able to pull voice samples from. Multiple characters even. Barga's bow isn't. Yeah, I only have two bow bonds. And one was 6 episodes. Listen, it's almost like they have other flashbacks though. Just waiting for one of these assassin cards to spark. Don't you put that evil on me. 2 more bow bonds more than me. Oof. But you're probably gonna go harder on Oberon, aren't you, Martel? Has AI gone too far? Yes. The answer to that is yes. What was that? I was seeing some sort of story the other day about like they were training like one of the drones or something with AI technology, and they awarded it points depending on the number depending on the number of SAM sites that it took out. And as in the process, sometimes the human operator would tell the drone no, it couldn't attack the target. So the AI logic evolved to basically start trying to kill the human operator. And then they coded it to be like, no, you can't do that. You can't kill the human operator. And then the AI was like, okay, I'm going to attack the comms tower so that the human operator can't tell me no. Because basically it was prioritizing how to get the most points. That's how it was coded. So, and I don't think it actually killed anyone. I think it was just a simulation they were running. But definitely scary. Yeah, it's definitely like Skynet level at that point. 95 minutes in, still going strong. Leisurely pace, 0 resistance. Keep going. Keep burning them calories, Orange. Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, anytime I do major summons like this, Orange apparently gets on his exercise bike and rides alongside us. And basically how long my rolls take is how many calories Orange burns. So he's been riding since I started rolling. I like how I'm in a Discord call with my friend, and I decided to count Sankorts up, and I'm literally at 29.74 with tickets included. Ooh, that's pain. That is pain. You might want to wait. Wait. Oh, okay. So that's not how much you've spent. That's how much you have. That's better. I was gonna say if you're spending that much, you might want to wait for the next banner. But if that's how much you've saved, congratulations. I hope you get everything. Cat has the chance to kill Orange by accident. Listen, I told him not to go too hard. Once more into the breach. I'm so glad we create all of the media that told us specifically not to do the stuff that we're doing, right? It's almost like we tried to warn ourselves not to do these terrible things, and we've still done them anyways. 1,000 Saykorts for 3 out of 5 is pretty good pace. I don't know about pretty good pace. That's still over pace, but like I'm okay with it. Hey, chat, considering you're talking to someone that's spent like over 2,000 courts multiple times in his career for multiple for multiple NP1s of units, like, yeah, I'll take 3 copies and 1,000, thank you. That's not that bad for me. I have seen the bottom of the pit and I never want to go back there. You can't level 120 Morgan with mana load, though. You could if you kept rolling, but I don't really advise that. As long as you don't get my luck with 2910. Yeah. Yeah, been there, done that, don't want to go back. But CAD AI waifus? That's true, you'll just get murdered by the AI waifus, though, Strom. You'll get AI waifus, they'll just be the ones that are skynetting you, right? Like, it's like the Terminator movie where it's the hot chick. She's just gonna come kill you. You'll be very aroused during the process, but she will kill you. Uh-oh. Hello, NP4 Morgan. Now this is pretty okay pace. Now I'll take it, chat. That turns things around quite a bit. The problem is Baobon. She heard that? Yep. And the true test for the last copy begins. Listen, like I said before, if not for Pity, the real test was the first copy. But yes, after Pity, after NP1, the hardest one is clearly going to be NP5 now since we have Pity. Which is better, a pinned 1 or 2? I prefer a pinned 2 for most units. But there are some units that are really good challenge units, like Baobon and Barghest, that I actually think there's a really good consideration for the first append. How much have you spent already? I believe the mods know the amount. I have not been paying attention. Because it better not to, in my case. Baobon being difficult as in character. Yeah. I mean, if it's death by Snoo Snoo, yep. You know, like I said, this is basically what happened to, Andre when I talked to him. Hercules is great for a pinned 1. Exactly, yeah. Challenge units that you think you're going to be doing like solos and stuff with, you know you're going to be getting their cards, you know you're going to be getting Brave Chains a lot, so the extra attack performance is really good. Also, Orange, that means it's the final stretch. Yes, the end is in sight. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for the raid, Hermit. How was your stream? We're just doing NP5 Morgan Le Fae rolls here. This has been quite the journey so far. Any last stand or solo unit loves a pinned 1 in general. Yeah, exactly. Because remember, guys, a pinned 1 is not just extra attack damage. It's also star gen and NP gen. It's a really nice one. It's just, like I said, to me, it really makes a lot of sense when you know you're going to be getting the units cards. Versus a lot of other units really like mana loading because it helps them function in different sort of like farming setups and maybe allows them to start with a better craft essence and stuff. So it can be really nice to have mana loading on some units. And hello, Hermit. Again, I hope you guys had a good stream. I don't know if one of my mods is around to give you a shout out. Got MP1 Tristan off of my multi. Nice. Baobon is not playing nice for me. We're on NP4 Morgan and I only have 2 copies of Baobon, so I'm hoping that that she starts showing up quite a bit here because otherwise we're gonna manage to get to NP5 without having NP5 of the Archer. Everything stopped working, so I had to end early. It's all good. Again, I appreciate the raid and welcome everybody. 2 quests into Shadow of Mordor. Ooh, nice. How are you liking the game? I have not completed it myself, but I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. A pin 3 is the true black sheep. A pin 3 can be really good on some units, or really bad. Like, for instance, I'm not a huge fan of it on Berserkers. I even talked about it with, like, with Morgan Le Fae. I don't think there's a huge need to have Morgan Le Fae's third append, because she already has natural anti-crit resistance, so. Just be no, don't you dare mention that, General. I played through it twice off stream, and it's one of my favorites. Nice. Is there an argument to be made for using leftover coins of 4 to 5 star, grailing only a few levels over 100 instead of letting them rot in your inventory? Wait, what are you trying to ask, Neo? And gold orbs again. Please be an archer. Please be an archer. I've got to stop saying stuff. Have you heard of the future Game of the Year Golem? Yes, it will be one of the games of this year. I have heard of it, Prophet. Feel kind of bad for Daedalic Entertainment, but I also feel like they kind of brought this on themselves because they delayed the game twice and they still released it in such a sorry state. I'm doing pretty good, Rama. How are you? Yeah, damage versus Zerkers is almost always a good one. Should I burn the free level 80 art Cs for CE bombs? Don't burn the one that has Lartoria in it. It's up to you, right? Like they're literally just like collector ones. The second you collect it, they go into your archive as you having owned it, so you can still read the lines and everything. But it's up to you if you want to save them. Otherwise, I would say if you don't want to like put them in your second archive or something, then yeah. Make them a CE bomb. That is technically the best use for them. Trade me your Barghest and I'll give you Babylon Sith. I have sadly gotten like way too many copies of Barghest tonight, and I'm okay getting it for coins, but yeah, it's one of those deals where it's like, man, I'm hoping to even out the bow bonds just to make this a little bit easier. $3 for emotes is one of the decisions ever made. Wait, is it only $3? I know they did like regional pricing for subscriptions, but you say scam? I mean, Rama, you know wrongbows have happened to me plenty of times. Have a bug echo? Yes. Are you still playing Tears of the Kingdom? I haven't had the opportunity to play it too much because I've been playing Diablo. I do want to finish the story with you guys on stream, though. I heard of an easy way to cheese Lionel fights. Is it shield swiping them? Yes, in P3. Okay, we're one closer, chat. We only have 2 more to get. Odds are against us, but we only have 2 more to get. When you roll the wrong unit, you have to say scam? No. To be fair, Sis has a rate up again with Oberon. Yes, but it is a 4-way rate up. She is rated up with Barghest and both of their male counterparts. So literally OG Tristan and OG Gawain. So it's a 4-way split 4-star rate up. I am not going to hold my breath. Solar rate ups win, take your pity back. Listen, I will still take pity, right? I know plenty of people that have already hit pity on this banner, so chat, there's Heaven's Feel. Oh man, we're only a couple of CEs away at this point. You didn't say anything, that's why it worked this time? You're right, I need to just shut up whenever the thing turns gold. How deep you going for Oberon? You'll see. You'll just have to wait and see. I am going to be rolling every banner of this Lostbelt. But you'll have to see how deep I go on the other ones. I want the male OG roundtable. I still really like them. It's one of the things that, as much as I like, obviously, the Tamlin Knights here, I really want them to kind of go back and revisit some of the OG Knights of the Round and give them some buffs. Nero, thank you for the 10 months. Should grab MP2, MP1 came last roll of the came last roll of the last 11 roll of the first pack. There's imaginary round. There's another one, chat. Who we're literally just missing limited 0 over and 2030. That's it. That's it, chat. Up to you, Nero. I'm gonna say she has another banner, so save. Right? Like, just save. Get what you can on, like, Koyan Sky and Oberon's banners. Roll Castoria if you need to roll her, right? And again, if you want, like, Melisson and stuff in the second banner, like, I think, chat, for those of you guys on a budget, for those of you guys that are considering whether or not to roll more, stop if you get a copy, and then roll the other banners, and then when her second banner comes back at the end of 6.3, you'll have another shot. Right? If you make it out of all of that still having courts, you'll have another shot. 1,000 year obsession? No, I got that. I pulled limited 0 over just now. Hey. Wait, I already pulled limited 0 over? Did I? On my first multi? Did I? Wait, so are we only 20-30 away? That's crazy. That's crazy variance. Hello, Formalcraft. That chat, holy cow. Like I said, I've called it around the world. I've been close to completing it before, but I don't think I've ever done it in actuality. Rolling all of the OG 5-star craft essences in one roll session. It's, you gotta have a really good spread of luck to actually even get it. The AIS, thank you for the follow. But yeah, it's just like, man, it's rare because you have to roll enough to even have the opportunity, and even rare because your roll luck has to be spread out enough to not just keep getting the same craft essence over and over again. So glad I decided to just roll twice on the banner. First multi got me Devilish Bodice Vada on my account, and second multi got me Vessel of Desire, limited 0. Second copy, Imaginary Number Attribute and Balbon. Dude, nice. Luck. Yeah, I mean, look, Faye, there's no actual CE rate up, so technically 2030 wasn't OG if we're being pedantic. Wait, well, you're right. 2030 came out a little bit later. Wait, so then, Zen, are there any that I'm missing? Secret gems are to other gem types? Wait, I'm confused. Just got first copy of Morgan with a single shot. Nice, Deadlier. Congrats. Put this as a K-scope rate up? Don't say that. Don't say that. Four black grails on both NA and JP, it drives me crazy. Oh, yes. Yeah. Whenever you're sitting... Hi, Victor. Whenever you're sitting at, like, one copy away is the worst. There's Devilish Bodice Vada. That's not even an OG, but hey. What is with these 5-star craft essences? Holy crap. The 5-star CE rate on my pulls has been nutty. I'm getting like multiple every single spin. Give me some? Gladly. Sadly, chat, I don't need any of these craft essences. That's the issue. Okay. I get the feeling something's gonna happen here, chat. one way or the other. I'm still hoping for the Balbon copies, but Why would you say anything, Kat? You're right. I need to stop talking. I didn't get a single muscle mommy or Sith, maybe because I haven't unlocked LB6. No, you can still get them on the banner. As long as the banner's around, it's just RNG happens, and the gacha. A lot of the times, people will sit there. They'll say like, you know, I have 100 quartz or 200 quartz, and sadly, like the averages are such that like in order to be, you know, have a reasonable chance at some of the units, you need to be rolling like 300 plus. That's kind of the issue. So Fran next. I've got to stop reading chat's comments out loud. Close that mouth. Still waiting for payday for next week. It's fine. Like I said, patience. Patience is a virtue, chat. Already committed to taking Percival to 120. Damn. Well, like I said, you will have other opportunities to roll Muscle Mommy. She will be on Oberon's banner. She will also be on the second Morgan Le Fae banner. And then more after that, right? Did he get a third Black Grail already? Well, the roll isn't done. Still clear the 1.5 for more quartz. Yep. Well, and chat, don't forget you will get quartz from the anniversary. Just my advice to you is don't try to rely on the quartz to bail you out, right? That is one of the big issues that I can see, is that honestly, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be an issue for people if you try to hope that the actual quartz sum that you get at anniversary is going to be what saves you, right? It's better to save yourself. Also, chat, this is the nice number of quartz right now. So perhaps this is the actual time. I have $35 a week. Ideal Holy King. Wow. I'm struggling to think of a craft essence I haven't gotten at this point. like besides 2030. Yeah, the panel is on the 2nd. They did tweet that out today. I retweeted it on Twitter. It is confirmed, so. But we don't know when, like, again, they could push it live that day. They could push it live before that. They could push it live after that, so we'll see. But we know that's when they're going to be talking about it. So my anticipation is that it will probably be, they'll probably talk about it at the panel. It'll probably go live the next day, right? Do you have the JP stream this or next week? I think last I talked to Trubs, there was no confirmed stream yet. I would assume next week. So you're probably going to get this like preamble thing that they're doing here, where you're going to get class score and their new like free quest mechanic clear thing. And then you're going to get actual story next week. And so I would anticipate they're going to do a stream for next week. But I know Trubs always complains about this, and I agree with him that it's really stupid when they don't announce ahead of time, because it's difficult on people to make plans to like be there and stuff. What's Cad's Twitter? I don't think I've followed it yet. Khadroth. Literally Khadroth. And Chad, I also announced today, Discord gave me the ability to change my name, so my name no longer has the digits after it. It is just Khadroth, which is really nice. I don't want to say anything. One away, chat. Missing the Amakus to see Witchcraft, Origin Bullet, Duke of Flame, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, but that's like, goddamn, right? That's so many that I've already gotten. Did you get an email from Discord, or was it an in-app notification? After stream last night, I was lying in bed in Discord with my headset on, talking to people. I pulled open my phone to check. I think Czar had sent me a DM. I pulled open my phone to check, and it was right there. So, like, it literally said, like, hey, it's time to change your name. And I was like, sweet. But, to my understanding, you can go into your settings, go to like your user profile under settings, and it'll tell you if you're eligible at that point. But farming free quest time? No, there's still one more. Duke of Flame. If only all the Duke of Flames I pulled were anything useful. Actually, Duke of Flame will allow Lartoria, Artoria, and Mordred to all NP starting from 0% charge. Well, are they 0? Yeah, I think they're 0. I don't remember if they actually have charge on them or not. Anyways, you can use them. You can basically 3-turn better with them. Tintoki, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's all attack scaling. It's just, you have to be a unit that can actually use the overcharge. It's the same thing with what is it? What is it? Rising Mud Rain or whatever. Duke of Flame does what? Duke of Flame can allow Artoria, Lartoria, and Mordred to NP basically from 0. And it's better than like trying to use, for instance, like cranking or aerial drive, like one of those 50% Cs. Yeah, Mud Rain is better, but Mud Rain is newer, so. I did know that, I'm just waiting on Mud Rain, yeah. Some other guy named Unit. Uh-huh. Mud Rain, pretty strong C. I'm lucky I already have 2 copies of it on my JP account, but I am not going to hold my breath because I also have 2 copies of Black Grail, and you guys have seen it's not like Black Grail has shown up for me, so I assume I've gotten those 2 copies and I'll just never see another one ever again. I joined the Discord and followed on Twitter. Fun stuff. Thank you. Appreciate it. Again, yeah, for any of you guys that haven't, feel free to join our Discord. We got a great community on there, especially for Fate stuff. It is a streamer Discord, but it is we have a very robust Fate section, and even my section on the Discord for me, I have like guides and stuff in there, and like all of my YouTube releases go in there and stuff. So it's really a good place for any sort of FGO type of knowledge. Mud Rain is next ending. Yeah, it's a permanent C, and so that's the issue, is like it never is probably going to get a raid up. But it is powerful. Yet another pack. Here we go, chat. 2-hour mark. Damn, you going strong still. Keep it up, Orange. You gotta keep going until I get yet another Balbon and another Morgan. People who only post and shit posting on the Discord represent. Yeah, there's a lot of you. Again, I will caution you guys. Please just be present of the spoilers. Don't be spoiling people, right? What is the free quartz gimmick for Annie 6 again? People keep asking me that. I need to go actually look at it. It's whatever the current milestone upgrades are, because I know they upgrade several of the milestones, and that's why I keep forgetting. Is it interludes? Yeah, I think it's more than one, though. I think it's like, I think they just update a lot of the milestones. Let's see here. To be fair, milestone update is every Annie, isn't it? Yeah, but that's kind of how they're rolling this time around. So you get the daily paid quartz summon. Servant coins, which we already have. Yeah, extra mission updates. So Clearing, you get the milestone for clearing Lostbelt 5, the milestone for clearing 5.5, the milestone for clearing 50 more strengthening quests, the milestones for clearing 20 more interludes, the milestones for clearing 20 more free quests. So, like I said, it's a lot of, like, stuff jumbled together. Ooh, Royal Presence, that's one of the new ones. God damn it, Steve. This is such a good song. It's such a banger. I'm just looking to see, is there anything else that they added in? Yeah, they also add the reward for clearing interludes has been doubled. So basically any past interludes you've done, you're going to get more Saint Courts, and if you've done every interlude in the game, that'd be 138 more Saint Courts. So, like, there's a lot of stuff. It's no one specific thing, but yes, it does appear to be strengthenings and interludes for the most part. I didn't notice this. I've already out of courts. Yeah, it's one of those issues where, like, if you're a veteran that has played a lot of the game, you get a lot. If you're someone who's new to the game, you probably don't get that much because you haven't gotten that deep into the milestones. Sure, it would be nice if all the interludes were available to everyone. I do like that they've been starting to make more of them available, but I think they need to do that more often. That is, to me, like, I saw someone actually complaining about this on Twitter a while back, and I agree with them, right? Like, that it would be really nice to, like, you know, if everyone could experience the interludes for all the servants, because it is additional story, additional lore for those servants. And if you don't have them, you can't experience it, so. They only did that for Road to 7, yeah. I hope they just bring it back as a more, like, permanent thing. I'm begging for Mighty Chains to come early. I would love it if Mighty Chains do. It just, God, there's another one, chat. It would just make Mighty Chains just make carding a little bit more consistent. It does add a little bit of extra card damage for you if you know how to use it. So it is a nice thing. I would love to see them bring it early. I do think it would help breathe a little bit more life into Quick. It's funny because, like, the actual changes to the Quick chain, I don't really use Quick chains that often on JP anymore, like triple Quick, right? Instead, how I end up using Quick a lot more is by virtue of the Mighty Chain. That is one of the smarter changes that they made. I mean, ignoring the fact that a lot of Year 1 interludes are crap, some of them have really great character insights and shit. I think, like, you're always going to get more out of an interlude for a servant that you care for more than you will for a servant that you don't, right? Malagorn, thank you for the 39. How is it going? Shooting interlude was an important setup for 5.5, right? Yeah, so there's some other stuff there where it's like, it's not even just integral to the character, it's also really good for, like, story purposes, but got enough coins for cash recruit? I haven't checked, but probably. But yeah, I think it'd be a-okay for them to give us more gold orbs. Hi Barcast. Anyone want to trade one Barcast for one Baobon? For one Boobon? Doggo loves you. It's almost like I'm a dog father, chat. It's you know. I say that they're literally like swirl curled over there. You ever notice that we get extra art of some servants a lot? Like, it makes me think they regret how they designed some of them. Look at alt stuff for Mozart, for instance. You know, maybe Galactic, but I also wonder how much of it may be, like, contractual issues, too. Like, maybe the artist is not available, maybe the artist is really pricey, or maybe the artist is someone they don't have a good relationship with anymore. So easy Bakken rolls next year? Apparently. It's almost like you have another dog that shows up here, chat. Now I have to rob you of your Tamlin Tristans. Why? Chat, It's a trade offer, okay? I trade you 1 Barcast, you receive... Wait, no, you... However the meme goes. I offer you 1 Barcast, I receive 1 Tristan and your soul. Okay? It's a very simple trade. AKA Shiva artist. Yeah, like I said, I don't follow too closely for that. For another copy of Hot Dog. Let's call all the knights Tammys. I feel like that would just be confusing. Redrop just loves comma. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely some, like, artist preference going on there, right? And I think there's a lot of artists that do work with them. Look at the bright side, you're getting a ton of KuCoins. Yeah, like I said, I'm not angry about it. The only thing I'm apprehensive about at the current moment is, am I going to get the 5th copy of a certain 4-star archer that is evading us at the moment? One Morgan for 1 Barg? I mean, I would make that trade. Like, if you wanted one more Barcast, I would give you the Barcast and you can give me Morgan. I'd be okay with that. Man, gonna 120 cast coup after this? I don't know about that. No, don't you dare say that, Hera. That's not what I meant, and you know it. To be fair, Kama's one of the best waifus out there. I think, I certainly think that Redrop has basically, like, branded Kama at this point and said, like, hey, look, this is synonymous with me, and so I'm just going to keep drawing it, right? They know it's popular, they know it works, and so that's why they're just going to keep going back to it. Which, again, I want to see them do more Servants. I think Redrop's a fantastic artist, and, like, I do not understand why they don't give Redrop more. Same thing, God, what's his face? The artist for Miss Crane. Does a lot of the great craft essence arts in the game. They're amazing, and I thought they did a really good job with Miss Crane's aesthetics, like her design. I am really surprised that they've never given the artist another... Yeah, Shaka P, thank you. I'm really surprised they've never given Shaka P another servant. What if the single made a thing where you can exchange one material for another? So exchange silver material for another silver material. So anything you have overfarmed, it won't go to waste. That sounds great, and they would probably do that, but it would probably lose you some in the exchange. So it'd be like exchange for 1 at the cost of 3. like I could see them doing that, because that way it would drain stuff out of the game, but oh god. Yeah, chat, it's just 2030 at this point, I'm pretty sure. Who is the Shaka P servant? Miss Crane. Miss Crane's a really good design. Miss Crane's expressions are just awesomely unhinged. Well, I mean, it's part of, like, who she is, right? She is basically an idol simp. I clipped your Drawn by Shaka P tirade when you were going over Grailfront Live stuff just before it launched. Wait, was it really a tirade? Because I was probably just praising it. I know if we get another Melon 22 servant, I'll be NP5ing. Yeah, Melon's the one that draws Barcasts. And again, I don't know if you guys caught that, but when I tweeted out the video for Barcast's analysis, I called her the Melon Crusher. Because it was both a play on, like, her crushing watermelons with her thighs and straight up, like who the artist was. Be nice to have more. Yeah. Yeah, I always wonder why they go after certain artists, why they don't keep going back to the ones that they know do good jobs and are popular, so. Maybe it'll come again to see her sister. I mean, it could also be the song requests. Maybe chat hasn't song requested anything that Morgan Le Fae would like. More redrop. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, right? CAD talking equal tirade. Apparently. I I think I definitely talk quite a bit about like issues and concerns in the community, so that probably does get people thinking that I'm like ranting and stuff a lot. But most of the time, I'm pretty down to earth about a lot of the stuff, and like I would also say there are some pretty wild takes in the community, and those wild takes send me off on a tirade. Probably either relationship or time schedule conflicts. Yeah, and it could be stuff like that, right? Like, for instance, I know I was talking with Leah about, like, Wada Arco and, like, whether or not she'll be doing a new servant here. Leah assumes that we are probably going to get another Wada Arco servant soon, which, you know, we always get one for summer, but I think Leah's theory is that we get, you know, another one on top of that. So we'll see, right? Like, and that's one of those deals where you know, like, Wada Arco's availability, you know, she works with VTubers, she has her museum and stuff like that. So I wonder, like, yeah, how available some of these units are, how much on contract they are, that sort of thing. More Danganronpa servants? Yeah, I have still long been of the opinion that I don't feel like the style necessarily fits FGO, but I also don't think it's a problem. All right, chat, here goes another pack. That pack was not too eventful. I think we just got the one Baobon in it. The rolls are drying up in a hurry here. Kind of surprised we haven't got a single rainbow pull yet. We have. We did get a rainbow pull. It was actually the first Morgan. Medusa Summer for sure this year. Yeah. What MP am I at? Quattro. Lasagna Shakapi on his payroll, and sometimes I feel it's a bit wasted. Yeah, I do agree with that, right? But you, like, again, you don't know, the artist may be working commission based. Like, it may not be like, hey, I'm only going to roll. Sorry, not roll. Hey, I'm only going to, like, draw what you contract me for, right? That sort of thing. Hello, everyone. How's it going? How are you doing, Seth? How are your rolls? I assume you've rolled. Doesn't say artist also designed VTubers. I believe so. I also believe I think it's the Hokusai artist has done some. A lot of the VTubers started contacting a lot of the FGO artists because these are artists that are very popular. They're very successful. They are very established. They're very high quality, like almost like corporate level artists, right? So yeah, like a lot of the high end like HoloLivers and stuff ended up, basically ended up with art from them because HoloLive contracted with them. So yeah, Ina. I think I'm done with Progresso Soup. What? NP5 and 1080 and some tickets. Ah, nice. You got her faster than I did. We're still rolling. I am one copy away from NP5 Morgan and one copy away from NP5 Baobon. Meanwhile, Barghast just continues to reign. So it's really funny. Yeah, Crony's drawn by Wada Arco. And Seth, thank you for the resub. Pog Morgan, go get her. Yep, we're trying. My catalyst worked really well in the beginning. I'm not sure how well it's going now. Deeper in, the rolls are drying up a little bit. I hit pity, feel so defeated. Listen, I'm gonna give you the same advice I gave one of my buddies. It sucks that you had to reach pity. My condolences, but at least pity was there, so you got her. Right? Imagine if pity wasn't there. That's why it's like, it sucks, but you got her. I prepped a cup of tea with tea from Britain. Yeah, you gotta use, what is it, Yorkshire tea, right? Like Spiffing Brit says. If only pity was better. Yeah, like I said, we've talked about that ad nauseum, where like the pity system could absolutely be better, but still a really good thing to have. Please, Morgan, please. Man, it's such a shame. It's such a shame that I have more copies of Tristan and more copies of Artoria than I'll ever have of Morgan or Baobon. Trying to bait. Feel like the real catalyst is throwing tea from Britain into a lake. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I could tell you what the real catalyst is, but I don't want to spoil you. I was shocked when I learned that FGO's Genji clan character's designer was progenitor from my favorite visual novel. Nice. Which one? I still remember Fino talking about, God, what was it? It was one of his streams. He was talking about, Ventos, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. How are your rolls if you rolled? Nice to see everyone back, too. It's actually been great to see more people back and stream in Lostbelt 6. I can do it with my pinky, but I'm double jointed, so chat, what are you having such a hard time doing with the pinky? I don't understand. Like, this is a thing. You people can do this. Do you guys not have working pinkies? I don't get it. Straighten out the other fingers? Well, okay, so like there we go. Yeah, that's kind of hard, but I can do it. There you go. There you go, chat. Just like that, okay? So it is possible. I had to crack my fingers to do it. I was donated a single tin shot. My SSR limited AoE Berserker luck proves a universal constant. Nice, congrats. Shaka P. Oh God, is that my tirade? Okay, so was it a tirade, or was I saying, like, man, they really need to give Shaka P another servant because Shaka P's artwork is fantastic. It's just not practical. Let's all the sparks, chat, all of them. Hello, doggy mommy. Morbageko. Doggo loves you. She does. It wasn't a tirade. I used the wrong word at first. Oh, okay. No, I assume I assume I was just stirred into a fervor. Level 120 time. You know, at this point, I probably have enough coins too. You were just going on about the seas, yeah. Cat is most certainly not immune to the hot lady night. Look, chat, I said this before at the beginning of stream. I have her grailed to 90. It's on JP, but I have her grailed. I want your barcast luck. Listen, do you own Dog's Meat Feast? I'm fully glad I wasn't given a Lancelot spook. Yeah, that was pretty cancerous early on. So for those of you guys that have just come in, and again, thank you guys for the raids. For those of you guys that haven't checked out Just Seth or Ventos, make sure you guys go do. They are fantastic streamers in their own right. They definitely stream FGO. For early on, I basically got spooked twice by Lancelot Berserker, so it was not pretty. And then later on, I got also spooked by Tomacat Berserker. So it's like, oh, Gold Berserker, oh, fuck. Also, my barcast on JP is 100. My love is one-sided. Congrats. What dogs do you have, Meat? You gonna be doing any of Ordeal Call tomorrow, Cat? So yes, I assume that I assume we're not getting the actual story, right? Based off what they've said. So I believe you're just gonna get whatever their new class score and or free quest mechanic is. So I don't know how much we'll be able to do, but yes, I will be doing it. I will be talking about it. If there is content to be made on it, I will make it. But again, for like for right now, I don't know. So until we actually see what we get, there you go. Yeah, actual story chapter is probably going to be the week after. So I assume, you know, that may be why we haven't like gotten a live stream announcement or anything. Bloody power and fame. Such a good song. Hi, Parcast. What? Someone's happy I cooked. The catalyst is working the wrong way, chat. You planning on doing any LB6 tonight? If I can get to it. The rolls just keep going. The game knows you're into Dami Mommy. Oh, Rainbow. There it is. There's NP5. I'll take it. Morgan Le Fae, done. Only thing I was worried about there was I going to get Tristan, but at least I have that. We'll have to pick up the final Tristan copy at some other point, right? But yeah, not bad. I mean, I say not bad. It could be a lot worse, chat. I think the average for an NP5 now is somewhere in the like 1,200 to like 1,300 quartz range, if I remember correctly. But God, I don't. Okay, that's why chat keeps commenting about it. I forgot it zooms in on the pinky there. Well, yeah, what's the final damage here, chat? It's like 1,350 for MP5. Yeah, so that's not bad. That's like 1,500 exact. Yes, we're not that far over it. I'm A-okay with that. Like I said, chat, I've had so much worse than that before in the past. That is still a really good result in my opinion. Can get the final Sith on Oberon? God, I hope. Holy fuck, I'm done. My legs are rubber bands and I can hardly stand up. Listen, Orange, congratulations, you made it to the other side. Now get back on the bike. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, Orange completed his goal as well. He basically rode for all of that. What was that, like 2 hours worth? 2 hours plus? One time I got MP5 and 5 multis. Nice. 2 hours, 26 minutes. Jeez. MP4 Tristan? Yep. NP4 Balbon. Let's see. Let's go look at the actual tally here. Oh, God. Okay, so don't pay attention to the Artoria right there. That is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bar casts. Wait, which one's the original? It should be the locked one. That one. Love it as 550 coins. Sad. Still not enough to like get everything on her. At least enough to do all of her appends in that regard, though. God, let's see what else do I do. Oh, it's filtered. It's filtered to just Saber. Yeah, there's our 5 Morgan Le Faes. Oh, that's the base. I hate when it does that. Okay, this is dangerous, chat, but watch this. Wait. Huh? The one I have slotted is the base. I'm so confused. I'm so confused as to what it did right there. But either way. You locked all but the base? Well, that's what I was trying to do, to figure out which one the base was, but it still worked. Okay, so there's that. And then, let's see. Yeah, so we got the 4 fail knots, a.k.a. Fairy Knight Tristan, a.k.a. Tamlin Tristan, a.k.a. Balbon. And then two Lancelot Berserkers, one Tamamo Berserker, one Watanabe, one Daeon, and then how many caster coups did we get? Oh my. Let's see, how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 per row, so 21, 22, and then 3 more, so 25. 25 of that, man. So many coup casters, yes. And chat, just to prove a point to you, like I said, I already have coup caster at NP5. Where is he? Am I blind? Yeah, there he is. Right there. That is NP5 coup caster. So I literally do not need the additional copies of him. I don't think there's any reason to keep an esports of him, because you'd have Primordial Rune, but it doesn't really do anything for party other than charge himself. So yes, I believe we can burn the rest of that. Also, God, that waiver still hurts me, chat. He still hurts me. All the rest of those units I had in P5 feels bad, man. I did not get NP5 of Sith, but we did get NP5 of literally everyone else. It's only herself, so no, there's no point in keeping extra Barcast copies, sadly. No esports Barcast chat. Her support skills third, sadly, yeah. Boom. Nice supply of rare prisms there, too. Okay, so that makes that. And now we're going to focus on the level up process, chat.